want to say just real quick. So I saw your set last year, and I bought a shirt, and I've been wearing a Nova Twins shirt for like a year in Ohio.
Thank you.
So let's start there. You're back again. How are things going? Is there anything you're kind of thinking will be different this time around, or just straight rock and roll and power, or what?
Well, this time I think we've brought our screens. We've got the really cool graphics on the screens that we used at Glastonbury, but we was able to bring them to the festivals, which is cool.
Yeah, we've done a few pop-up shows as well, which has been really exciting just to see how, like, from last year, our audience just like growing and more people discovering us, and also seeing old faces as well. And one of the best things and what we love about festival, for one, you see a lot of friends that you don't get to always see. Two, we get introduced to a whole new audience. So I feel like even though we've played this twice in a year, which we feel really honored to do, there will still be new people discovering us who didn't see us last time. So we're super excited for that because we love touring here.
All right, great. So tell me a little bit about like the differences. I mean, London to Columbus, pretty big, pretty different. Just are there any like weird or nuanced things that when you're playing in the States that are like totally different than when you're playing back home?
Well, obviously the weather, it's a lot sunnier here, which is always good to see. I think the difference,
I would say, like, the screams here are a different kind of pitch. I don't know how to scream out here.
Americans are loud.
It's the loudest screams we've probably ever heard, to be honest. It's like, it's high, only like dogs can hear that kind of scream. It's like, it's amazing. It's really impressive.
All right, so I got to ask you, I know it's a typical question, but tell me about your influences, because your sound, I mean, honestly, your backgrounds, I know you two grew up together in all of this, but you have different backgrounds, but just give me a couple of bands, and I know that everybody asked the influencer question, but that played a big part on the formation of Nova Twins today.
I think for me growing up, I listened to like NERD was kind of like the first band I like sunk my teeth into, who I love, but also like hip hop, like Timbaland's production or like Missy Elliott songs. But then my dad would play me like Stevie Wonder and Donny Hathaway and things like that. So, or like mum would love Mariah Carey. So it's kind of a broad reach, or like, or my brother's collection.
Yeah, I guess like I grew up in Essex, so I started off on like, I guess as a kid, it would have been like pop and like UK garage and things like that. But then when I was 16, I basically moved to London and went to college and discovered amazing bands like MC5 and New York Dolls, and really fell in love with vocalists like Kate Bush and like Joni Mitchell, Betty Davis. I think really kind of influenced just vocally, I guess, how I'd use it. And and then I think together we have a love of like noughties R&B and hip hop, and I think we also been playing in bands, especially you've been playing in bands since you're like 10 or like younger. So when you're on that circuit, we found ourselves on the metal circuit, we found ourselves on growing like this UK punk scene, so it all influenced us somehow, just like playing all the like grassroots venues in London, just everything, just the culture, I think definitely just influenced, and so it means it's everything and anything.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty from New York Dolls to Mariah Carey, I mean that's a pretty big spectrum there.
Tony Braxton.
Right. All right, perfect. Thank you. I'm gonna, like I said, I'll see you all, I'll be out there today. So awesome. Rock it, and then don't hate me, last question, and I know you're probably way too punk and rock and everything to care about football, but do you follow a football team? I mean, you're Londoners, so I mean, you Spurs or Arsenal or
Arsenal for me for sure.
Arsenal.
I don't really have one, and I just judge it by like when I was like in primary school, I had a little boyfriend and he supported West Ham, and I'm from Essex and people supported West Ham, so I say West Ham, but I don't think they're very good, apparently. So
No, but they have the best song. I mean, the Blowing Bubbles song is like such
yeah,
a
I'm
great.
gonna blow in bubbles. There you
Right.
go.
All right. Hey, no, and in all honesty, thank you so much for the time. I will send like when I write the story and include the bites, sound bites, and all this stuff. I'll send it to Sarah to get to your manager and all of that. So you can check it out. And like I said, I really appreciate the time. I know this was rushed and you're getting ready to go on, so it
Thank
was
you so
great.
much
So
for
really,
chatting
really
to me.
appreciate it.
Look forward to seeing you later.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.